So Deadpool and Wolverine being pretty first R-rated MCU movie, very much seen with this from how did you pass those happy with the R-rating and the movie that you wanted?
Honestly, we were very lucky because everyone all the way up to Bob Iger, as soon as they said we're making a Deadpool movie, we were all in. So it was no holds barred and let's push it as far as we can. And these guys put it together so they know everything that we got on the day and what ended up in the movie. And
yeah, I think you know what you're taking on with Deadpool and that franchise, and they just embraced it fully and wholeheartedly and didn't hold back on anything. And it was honestly a very seamless experience, and whether or not it was a risk, I don't know. It seemed like fun for all of us, and we all had fun making it.
thank you.
So with Deadpool's journey to find Logan, you went through a number of Logans through the search for him. Were there any Logans that you wish you would have kept in the movie that were scrapped?
No, in fact, we actually did the opposite. They only shot a couple, and it was while we were shooting in London, Shane and I put that sequence together, and we had said, this needs to be a bit of more of a montage, so we would like to get more. So actually during the strikes that happened and we had to shut down, we were able to kind of find some more things that we could inject into the the brown and tan.
Yeah, which ones did we have before? We had the short one?
We had
We had Short Movie, we had
Cavalry,
Yeah.
and I think, and that was it.
Yeah, and then we added brown
And then we had
tan.
brown and tan and the Hulk one.
Yes,
And the cross.
Old Man Logan.
And Old Man Logan.
yes.
So we actually added those sort of in post, if you will, but those were decisions that were.
There were no scrap, but there was talk of a real Wolverine.
Yes.
It was something that we were gonna do, and then there was one where he was like feral up in the stand, in the rafters, about to kill him. I don't know which Wolverine.
Yeah, we went through a whole bunch of them,
Yeah.
kind of threw a whole bunch of spaghetti on the wall and stuff, whatever it stuck, and the ones that we could get actually done and built and achieved before we could start shooting again. So that's kind of where we ended up falling out. But this is the magic of editing in post, is you can kind of do stuff on the fly as they're shooting and we're cutting live right then and there. We're able to determine that, this could benefit from being a little bit longer, having some more story here, and it did, so.
What was the process like of collaborating with Sean and Ryan? Because they both like to be very hands-on on a lot of part of the process. So how did you work with them on that?
Well, you've worked
Well,
with Sean since
Yeah, we can
his
play all of our
first
voice
movie.
memos.
Yeah, so I've been with Sean for 22 years, pretty much cut every single thing that he's done. And so for me, he really looks at me as a creative partner, and it's something I don't take lightly and I don't take for granted. But with that, it allows me a lot of access to his process with Ryan as well. This is my fourth movie with Ryan. So you build the trust, and you build they build a very safe environment for you to spitball ideas, have ideas, explore ideas, whether they're good or bad. And again, best idea wins is really how they operate. Ryan never stops pushing and turning over stones. Same with me.
Throughout the entire production, by the way.
Right,
Like,
it
an
is-
idea can come from a PA or
Anyone.
prop assistant, it doesn't matter, they
Yeah.
just wanna make the best
They
movie possible.
definitely embody the kind of, safe space for maximum creativity. And again, it doesn't matter where it comes from. It's in their DNA to listen to the smartest idea. And again, they only look great for listening to it. So again, they create that environment. And with that environment, not only do you have so much fun, but it makes you want to even try harder. So.
And what's your favorite scene where you're like, yeah, we were able to do that?
Actually, the assault at cassette at the Ant-Man Arena, that was a pretty intense sequence because we had weather issues, we had set issues, also cast issues. So it was one of those things where you had the first unit go in and do all the stuff with all the big main actors, and then the whole second unit team would go in there and do that, which we would work very, very closely with George Caldwell, our second unit AD, or second unit director. And it was one of those things where me and Shane were literally cutting live on set to try to go, this is what we need, we should get this, or we should get this, and it was with that collaboration and freedom from not only our producers allowing us to do that and have the time to do it, but that's the sequence that really kind of came together, because we wanted it to be this huge thing. And when we originally put the sequence together, it was not as grand as we had wanted to. So again, this is one of those really big things where, again, me and Shane cutting live there, we're able to impart some wisdom and try to make the movie better.
Now it's an epic sequence.
Now
What
it's an
was your
epic
favorite scene? I bet it's the same as mine.
What's your
I know
favorite?
your favorite.
Hero Hideout.
Yeah, I was gonna
Come
say-
on.
Oh, yeah, Hero Hideout's
Leslie,
a-
Jen, Channing.
Yeah, that's a real murder's row of like great callbacks and talent, and it was one of those sequences that as you're building, you're hoping that there's going to be this massive crowd response, and to see people just light up and go nuts when Wesley would take the scene over, or Channing or Daphne or Jen was just like really a dream come true in terms of audience pleasure.
Was that your favorite scene?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.